Hello everyone, welcome to my channel C.S.E-Pathshala. We were studying about Python for machine learning and data science, and in this tutorial we will study about plotting pie charts. So in the previous tutorial we did see plotting line charts, bar charts, multiple line and bar charts, and in this tutorial we will come up with another chart that is popular and named as pie chart. So in a pie chart, actually we represent the data in a form of a circular statistical graphics, and the data is present in this circle in a form of a division that are named as slices, and these slices are used to illustrate numerical proportions. So a pie chart is very much useful when showing percentage or data which has been present in a proportions. So let's consider a following set of data that is represent various browser market shares, such as, that means we have prepared two lists here. One list is the labels, and it consists of the browser names, that is Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox, etc. Similarly, we have mentioned here a market share of these respective browsers, that is 61.64, 11.98 and so on. So if we just sum up all these market share values, it will result into 100. So we will distribute all these values in a form of a pie chart, and each proportion will be represented by these respective values. So yes, the total sum of this distribution is 100. So obviously the values can be represented in a form of a circle, and that is being called as a pie. Okay, so this case is really beneficial to be able to represent the total mark shares as a complete circle, and each slice represents the percentage which is held by every browser. So let's consider a code, and that will show how we can plot a pie chart using the data that we are having above. So percentage Matplotlib inline. This means that whatever the output we will be getting, that will be presented on this same page. Now the next thing is import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. Obviously we are importing the matplotlib package, that is the main module, and from there we are importing pyplot, that is a sub module, and we will use it here in our code in a form of an alias, that is PLT. Now the next thing is we are defining a list in a form of labels that consist of name of browsers, that means Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox and so on. And in the next line we are again defining a market share variable, that's again a list which is consisting of the percentage or the proportion of these browsers possess. Okay, so how many number of browsers we are having? That means we are having the number of entries here as 8. Similarly, we are also giving the proportion list of values 8. Okay, now the next thing is we are taking a tuple that is explode, and its values is all zeros. That means we are having 8 zeros here. So what does this explode means? Explode means that we don't have any cutoff from the pie chart, or we are not taking any slice out of that particular pie chart. Okay, so there is no explosion or no bursting of the pie chart. Okay, so it's a complete circular format. Now the next thing is plt.py market share. So this is how we are accessing a method pie. Here we are creating a pie chart, so we have to take pie as a method, and plt. Why we are taking this? Because obviously we need to access this pie method with the help of a pie plot. So here we are taking plt.py market share. This is our first variable. Okay, so market share is the values which are present here, that is the numerical values. Now the next thing is explode equal to explode. Okay, so here we are taking, as I already told, that explode we have 8 zeros, that means the fraction of the radius with which to offset each wedge or each portion or each slice. Okay, so currently there is no fraction has been taken, so it will remain as it is. Okay, Now the next thing is labels. So labels equal to labels, that means here are the list or the names of your browsers. Okay, now the next thing is auto PCT. So auto PCT means automatic, or we just say auto percentage, and here it shows that the percentage of the wedges or the numerical values which are present in our pie chart in a form of a slice. And here we are taking 0.1f, that means it consists of the floating point values. Okay, so here we can take string or functions which is used to label the wedges with their numerical values. Obviously, since we are having how many labels here, that means 8 labels. For example, if you are taking Chrome and its value is 61.64. Okay, so with the help of auto PCT, that means auto percentage, we can say that the Chrome label is having a proportion of 61.64% in our pie chart. So this is being represented by auto PCT. Now the next thing is shadow. So shadow equal to true, that means it's a boolean thing, and yes, here we are taking the shadow as true. That means that for every label we will be having a shadow that we will see in our diagram of the pie chart when we will implement this code. Okay, and the next thing is start angle. Here we are taking the start angle as 45. Actually what happens is your starting angle, if it has been 0, so your Chrome, that means we start plotting the pie chart from our first value of the label. So if you take start angle equal to 0, that means Chrome will come on the x-axis. If you are taking it as 45 degree, that means the Chrome will come from 45 degree anti-clockwise. Okay, about the x-axis. Okay, so there will be rotation that start of the pie chart by angle degrees counterclockwise from the x-axis. Okay, then we are plotting axis, that is plt.axis equal. This means that we need to draw a circle. So plt.axis equal, that means it will turn off the axis lines and the labels and it will create a circle. Then the next thing is we are naming our pie chart, that is plt.title, with a name that is web browser market share 2021, and then we are showing our pie chart or the plot. Okay, so let's save this code and run this code. So here it is. We got this pie chart and every label is been represented by numerical values in a form of a percentage. Okay, so this is the market share for the Chrome and so on for the other web browsers. And here, as we just explain each and every term that is explored, we don't have any distribution or division or striking off the slice from the pie chart. Everything is been connected. Okay, the next is your shadow. So here we can see that this figure is been looking like a 3D structure. So shadow means we are having like a background layer or a color for each label. Okay, so it's been just look like a 3D thing. If we just make shadow as false, for example, we just make it as false here, we are not getting any shadow here, and this structure is just looking like a 2D form or a 2D pie chart. Okay, and the next thing is the start angle. So start angle is 45, we did mention. So here we can see that our starting of the label is from Chrome. So we can see there's this line. If it just take this as an x-axis, okay, this is an x-axis, our starting of the Chrome is like this. That means it is making 45-degree angle with the x-axis. So our movement is from like this. Okay, we are just moving in an anti-clockwise direction for labeling the values of our browsers. Okay, and we are assigning it the numerical values. So this is starting of our drawing of the pie chart, and it's been at a present of angle 45 degree with the x-axis anti-clockwise. Okay, and remaining else it's all same. That means we did a title here, and yes, plt.axis equal is equal, so it means we did a circle is created. Okay, so this is how we can draw a pie chart. Here we can note one thing, that Matplotlib will decide what colors for each slice it need to give in the pie chart. Now the next thing is, if you want to explode the slices, that means the explode parameter will be given certain values that will be equal to the fraction of the radius with which to offset each wedge or each slice. Okay, so in the preceding example, we have set the explode parameter to all zeros. Now, if we just set the explode parameter to certain values like 0.5 or 0.8, so what will happen? So let's consider this code again. Okay. So here, if we just do one thing, that means make your Chrome as 0.5. That means we want to take an offset value of this Chrome browser, and let's take one more. That means if we just take the last value, that is, for example, second last, Opera. So Opera, we just take it as like this, 0.8. So we are setting the offset values for all these two browsers. Okay, so let's save this code again and run this code. So here it is. Now we can see that this value of Chrome has been struck off from the pie chart in an offset or in a ratio of 0.5 to the radius of this circle or the pie chart. Okay, so if this is the center, okay, this is the center of your pie chart, so this Chrome has been struck off by 0.5 from the center. Similarly, this Opera has been struck off with a ratio of 0.8 from the center. So we just take, for example, radius as 1. So the width of the radius for each slice here is 1. So if we just take 0.5, that means this distance will be 0.5 and this distance will be of 0.8. Okay, so these are the offset values. Now the next thing is, if you want to display custom colors, that means if you want to give colors from our side, we don't want a Matplotlib to give its colors. So what will happen? The colors sometimes can be selected, may not be compatible for us to be looking like a fruitful thing. So we can certainly customize the chart to display our desired colors also. So for that purpose, we can create a list of colors and then pass it to the color parameter. So our in our Matplotlib, if we take pi, so there is a color parameter also, and in that parameter we can give the colors. So let's consider a code again, and then we will see how we can customize our colors. The code is all same. That means from the first line, percentage Matplotlib inline, we are importing Matplotlib, we are giving the labels in the form of browsers, then we are giving the market share or the numerical values to those browsers. That means we have taken two lists, labels and the market share. Then what we did is, so here we have taken one more list, that is colors. So to this colors we assigned certain values, that means yellow, green, gold, light sky blue, light coral. Okay, so these are respective the colors which has been given from other side. Then what we did, we have given explode, where we did take 0.5 for Internet Explorer. That means this will be strike off with an offset value of 0.5 in the pie chart. And then next we are plotting the pie chart. Okay, so we took the parameters like market share, explode, labels, and we just took one more parameter, that is the colors. So colors equal to colors. So all the values of the colors will be assigned to this parameter here. And then auto percentage, it's all same. Shadow we do true here, and our starting angle is 45 degree. Okay, and then we are plotting our axis, that is being a circle. That means here plt.axis is equal, so it will turn off all the axis lines and the labels, and we are naming the title as web browser market share, and then we are showing our plot. Okay, so here we can do one more change. For if we give an angle value to 30 degree, so here we will start our Chrome browser with an angle of 30 degree from the x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so let's save this code and run this code. Okay, so here it is. So this is our Chrome. It has been started from 30 degrees from the x-axis anti-clockwise, and later on whatever the colors which we did given, that means first one was yellow, then green, so this was green, then golden color, and then sky blue. This is the light sky blue, and then the next is again light coral, and again the colors has been repeated. That means yellow, green, and so on. Okay, so this is how we can customize our colors and prepare a pie chart according to our choice. Okay, so that's all for this tutorial. We will come up with more informative tutorials on Matplotlib. Thanks for watching. Kindly do subscribe to my channel.